my 2014, I was going to say Project Life album, but it's not my Project Life album. It's my 2014 December Daily album. So I'm still in two minds about this December Daily album. I didn't particularly enjoy it. For those of you who don't know, this was my first year of attempting it, and I think that I failed at it as far as documenting December Daily, but I'm happy with the album, and I'm not calling it a December Daily, but I am stealing Moira's catchphrase, and it's my December documented. So I think that was a success as far as that goes. So my children, as you know, they are 16 and 18, and so, you know, life is pretty busy outside of the home these days. So my son's just finished school and he's hoping to get an apprenticeship this year, and my daughter finished school last year and she's about to go to university, and so me and my husband both work, and my daughter works, and my son is working part-time. So our life is a little bit, yeah, like I said, it's not like they're in the home anymore when they were little, and we went lots of places and I snapped lots of photos. So, you know, our life at the moment consists of dropping one child off, going to work, picking someone up, taking them to their part-time jobs, coming home, blah, blah, blah. So I found, as far as taking a photo daily of something, there was nothing to take. So, you know, I tried to be creative and take some photos of my meals or some things that I did whilst I was at work, but, you know, it didn't equate to a full December Daily. You know, I have documented December. So anyway, I will stop rambling and I will show you what I've done. So the outside, this was a Kaiser binder, and it is, just going to grab my ruler, I think I showed you, it's about an 8.5 inch by 9 1/4, and roughly 2 inches thick in the spine area. And this one was a Kaisercraft album, and I found that I didn't actually particularly like using the Project Lifestyle pocket. So it's a little bit different than the very first album that I prepared and ready to put photos in. I've changed it up a bit. So basically all I've done is cover the front album with a piece of this beautiful gold embossed paper. So it's got a beautiful sheen to it with the love hearts, and that was from Pink Paisley. And I've used a couple of little pieces. The arrows were from a Heidi Swap pack, and this is a Maggie Holmes, and some thickers, and that was a Maggie Holmes rub-on. So I've kept the cover really simple and plain, but I really like it. So first page, so this one's pretty much, you know, self-explanatory. Won't go through and explain every single page, but I will, you know, just give you a bit of a look. So they were Project Life cards, Kaisercraft cards, some Prima, some Heidi Swap. So I have got lots of different pieces here. Heidi Swap. This one, the first day was, this is October afternoon, and I took a photo of a craft that I was doing for church to give to the children, and it had the story, the meaning of the candy cane on it. So that was a good photo to document, and so I've just made a piece that fits in there out of different card stock. And this was a craft that I had prepared for an outreach that I do for children, and this was making cards and little baubles, and so I took a photo of that and some candy canes. So this one was in a little plastic pocket. The thing with the plastic pockets is I found that they moved out, so some of them I have had to staple shut. So this one was, I took a photo of our catalogues, and that was me looking through all the junk mail, preparing our Christmas meal. And this was another craft that I made with kids, and I made a bulk order from a health food supply. So how far away from Christmas is that? But you know, it's something that we did in December. It was my first order, and so I've documented that. And just made a page, and this one was out of some frames that I got from a hip kit, and I covered it in stickles. So this was a pink paisley again, and this was our Christmas tree. So of course you've got to have your Christmas tree in your December daily. And this one here, my daughter made gingerbreads for the first time, and they became really fat men, so they looked like they'd been eating too much food, so that was a good thing to document. And this one I had posted on the Nicole Jones 911 page when it happened. That was my son dressed up for youth, and he went as Santa and went to McDonald's and ordered his meal afterwards. And I think he ordered something like you know, a crunchy noodle salad with ho-ho-ho sauce and etc. I can't remember exactly, but he said, they asked him if that's dine-in or takeaway, and he said, that's takeaway on the sleigh, thank you. So he's my quiet boy, but he is my hilarious boy who never fails to make me laugh. So this one here I've stapled in because they just kept coming out, so I've just used my tiny attacher, put a little tab there, and kept that in. And this one here has got a little bit of hidden journaling in there, and I just cut a slit in the plastic pocket. And so this one was a evening where my daughter and I went to some street markets that they had, and they had these wings painted on the wall. So we got a photo with that, and they had a big blow up Santa, which my daughter was too embarrassed to go and stand in front of, so I've quickly done a selfie of myself. And this one was of my birthday, and that's December the 10th, and all the family were home for my birthday, and they took me out for lunch, and we just had a beautiful day together. And so I got a silhouette for my birthday, so I have used that, and that's another one of my birthday, and using the silhouette for that one as well. And that was a cake that I had made. So I had been at this stage, and still am, sugar-free, flour-free, dairy-free. And so this was a magic bean cake for all of you people who love to cook, and that cake was delicious. So it was basically made with kidney beans, but no one would have a clue. So if you want to Google magic bean cake, it was delicious. This one here, so nothing to do with Christmas, but it was around Christmas time, so my daughter finally got her license, so I've written freedom, so it's not only freedom for her, but freedom for me as well. So it's been awesome. She's been able to take herself everywhere now, and take her little brother, who is so much bigger than her, as well. So Christmas carols, so here we do Christmas carols outside, and it's usually hot. I live in a seaside town, so right on the coast, and the breeze always comes in at around 5 o'clock and cools everything down, so it was actually quite windy and cool. But we went to Christmas carols with some of our friends, and that's just some photos of that day, and Johanna with little baby Joseph, giving him lots of cuddles. And this was shopping with Isaac, and he is hilarious, like I said before, picking up clothes that I know he would never wear, and asking me, what do you think about this, Mum? Would this be good? So I had to document that. And Johanna and her friend Michaela, and they made a little gingerbread village for our kids' church party. So this was our kids' church party, and I've just put some sticky notes on to cover the children's faces, because you know, I don't have permission from their parents to put them on the internet, and nor should I. It's not a safe thing to do, so I have just covered them. But that was our Christmas party. For those of you who don't know, my full-time job is a I work in a church as a children's ministry coordinator. So basically I coordinate Sundays and I coordinate playgroup happening and a music, mainly music that we have also, and also our kids clubs into the community. So I run them and coordinate them and have a blast with the kids and teach them about God, and it's the most rewarding, fun job ever. So that's what that one is. And this is Christmas Day, so I've used this one here is with my Picture Mate, and that's given with a border, and this one here was done at the print shop, and that was done with a Becky Higgins Project Life app. So you can get the smaller ones printed at home or at the shop. So this one here was, I got a Thermomix. My son lent me the money to buy one. They're not cheap and they're not, it's not in our budget, but he was kind enough, he had saved up a lot of money and lent me the money to buy a Thermomix, which I am loving. And that was Christmas Day food and the present. And this one was just photos of Christmas Day. So that's me and my son Isaac, and that's my husband Gavin and my daughter Johanna. So that one, I really liked this one. I used the Becky Heidi Swap stickers and made an overlay out of acetate, and so when you look at that one you can't tell that the others are under there. They get hidden, but yeah, then you move it and you can see all of them freely. So just about at the end, so these are continuing on to be Christmas Day, and you know, throughout the whole album I put this gold tape in. I've got some sitting here. So it is American Crafts glitter tape, which is awesome tape, and there was oodles on the roll and the glitter doesn't come off, so perfect tape. So that's my stepdad Mario, so he's like 80 this year. My son Isaac and Johanna opening presents. There's Gav, our cat Holly, she got a present from Grandma. There's my mum. And that's pretty much it. And then a little recap for the day is photos of me and then with my family. And I've just put a little bit in there, added a little bit of a extra sleeve or little card talking about my Christmas Day. So I haven't decorated the inside, and I'm not sure that I'm going to, but like I said, I had started to do this. I got up to about day 6 and I just went through and pulled off all of the numbers that I had, and just felt that doing a daily record was way too hard, and so I decided to just keep it as a December documented, and that was, you know, so much more successful. So I hope you have enjoyed that one, and I hope that you will give it a go for this year, 2015, and you know, whether you make it a daily thing or just a record of the happenings for the month. This is a nice little keepsake now that I've got forever and can look back in this particular year and enjoy it. So yes, that is my December documented, and now we're in 2015, so I wish you all a happy new year, and I thank you for your support for 2014, and I look forward to doing more process videos this year, and yeah, just inspiring you and encouraging you to pull out your stash and to create something beautiful. So I will leave you there, and I will see you next time. Bye!